Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us on a wet and windy Monday for the North Island, but still fairly calm in the south, and that pretty much sums up the next few days ahead. North versus south, low pressure versus high pressure. So let's take a look at the animated wind map. You can see that low to the north here, where it's going to sit for the next few days, slowly drifting eastwards. Meanwhile, a very big high down here between Tasmania and Fiordland, also sliding eastwards. This one's bringing down the humid, cloudy, wet subtropical airflow. This system bringing in a much cooler southerly change over the next few nights. And in fact, temperatures are going to drop right down near zero in some parts of the South Island over the next 2 nights as a result of high pressure and that southerly flow. So quite a lot going on around the country. This is the latest Met Service rain radar showing patchy rain around the North Island. Heaviest rain you can see in blue, light drizzly stuff coming in around Auckland, a couple of heavier falls in there. The rainfall totals sort of between 30 and 70 millimetres for this group here in the upper North Island, and those numbers get lower the further you go down towards Waikato. Thank you to Met Service for the radar. As we take a look at the rain accumulation, this is the next 2 days worth. You can see it's this northeastern corner of the North Island that's most exposed to heavy rain. The bright blue, anywhere 90 to 150 millimetres depending on where you are. So some bigger totals there, but further around in the pink shading, that's only around 40 to 50 millimetres. Now, I shouldn't say only, that's good rainfall, but it's still only about half of a month's worth of rain, and we're 2 years in a rainfall deficit. So we need a lot more than just this burst of rain, but it will be very, very welcome for everyone in this northern group, no doubt. And further down in the corner here, a little bit drier in that southwestern corner, and the South Island for the next 2 days. Not much rain accumulating, 5 or 10 millimetres though, around some parts of Canterbury. They'll be forming more so inland. Here's an animation for the next 3 days. It shows the low as it comes in around the North Island and then pushes out to sea. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on a loop going around. So you can see how the low comes right in to the Auckland Coromandel area, but then gets pushed out to sea. The big high down here, look how that pushes in and expands, pushes the drizzle away, clearer skies, but a southerly flow coming in around it. Now with this low tracking down from the north and the high in the south, it makes for windier weather. So again, covering the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, showing an animated loop of that low coming through. So we'll start again. Here's the beginning part of it coming down through Northland, Auckland, Coromandel, Bay of Plenty, and out to sea. High pressure down here. So the areas with the stronger winds, that's what you see in the reds and the purples going around here through Cook Strait. South Island, pretty calm, not a lot of wind coming in for you. By the way, if you found that a little bit hard to watch, you can see them on the Weather Watch and Rural Weather websites. There's a news story which shows all those maps without them moving. Okay, here is the start for Tuesday, or set up for Tuesday. You can see that low coming in around northern areas, the squash zone between the middle of that low and the centre of that high, pretty much right through the middle of New Zealand. So windy, easterly quarter winds. When we say easterly quarter, that means anywhere from the north-northeast right around to the south-southeast. So that whole easterly side around here blowing that way across the country. So western areas might be a little bit windier and the rain builds up on the eastern side. Temperatures take a drop on Tuesday, as we just mentioned. This is the departure from normal at the maximum part of the day. You can see how those easterlies are lifting the temperatures up on the west coast, but dropping them on the eastern side of both islands. So many places, several degrees below average as we go through Tuesday. On Wednesday, it doesn't warm up a great deal. In fact, early on Wednesday morning, there is a chance of a frost through some central areas, especially if those winds fade away. So yeah, another frost in the middle of summer. In the north on Wednesday, that low's weakened quite a bit now, and it's pushing in still more showers, but it's starting to move away. The high is continuing to grow and getting even stronger. So as we go towards the end of the week on Thursday, 10:35, still got those easterlies blowing at the top of the country, but by Friday, those easterlies, they ease back quite a bit, and the high starts to cover the whole country. Our final map for Saturday shows high pressure in charge of the country, a warmer breeze coming back to the South Island, but pretty much New Zealand protected under high pressure, dry, settled, light winds. To the tropics, bit of life over here in the Coral Sea. There's a low forming, worth keeping an eye on. A couple more thunderstorms up towards Darwin, the usual sort of stuff. Nothing too alarming. That looks as though the main area for low pressure anyway in our part of the world. That's all from me. We will see you again on Tuesday with our next update.